Hi guys, so today I am going to be doing a tutorial on the look on my new profile pic. I got a lot of messages asking kind of how I did it, what I did. I wore it yesterday, so I am just going to do that for you. I'm going to start by pulling my hair back because I did something I never do. And I personally blow dried my hair yesterday, and so it is fluffy. Super, super fluffy. And it's driving me crazy. If you hear any pounding in the background, that's my 3-year-old. He is in quiet time and he likes to make his presence known. So I washed and moisturized my face. I'm losing stuff. And I'm going to start out by doing my eyes while my moisturizer sets in. And I like to do my eyes first because then any fallout from the shadows gets on my face. I can just wipe it away and then it doesn't mess up my makeup. So I'm going to start by using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Looks a little, where am I at? Right here. Little something like this. So pretty. I mean, can you guys just see how gorgeous that is? So pretty. I'm going to start out using the color Orange Soda. Let me get my brush. Which happens to be third one in right there. Helps if I just look at where I'm pointing, huh? Now I'm going to pick that up on a fluffy crease brush. This is an E22. Tap off the excess. And I'm just going to start by buffing this into my crease. Yesterday I did prime my eyes because I wanted it to last all day. But considering it's super late in the day and I'm not really going anywhere, I'm not going to do that. But it does give you a great plain base to start. I'm going to start by just windshield wiper motions backwards and forwards, softly putting that in my crease. I'm actually putting a little too harsh pressure, so I'm going to slide back on my brush. And after you think you've deposited most of the color, you can do circular motions, and that is going to blow it out. Like so. And it's just really soft. It's like a pretty transition color. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. To just do the other side, I like literally cross my hand over the side and I just look in the mirror, which is right over here. Visual over motions backwards and forward. And you see how I started backwards, how farther back on the brush on that one? It actually started with a lighter hand. I didn't have to buff it. I do need a little bit more color, so I'm just going to slowly build that up. And then I'm going to buff it in. And the brush I'd love to use next actually fell on the floor because Jeremiah got it. So it's backwards and forwards. And then I'm going to pick up my Morphe. If you're here, say hi. M518. It's like a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to pick up the colors Burnt Sienna and Burnt Orange and Sienna. See, so I make my own color by mixing them together. A little bit of each. Tap off the excess. And I'm going to bring that lower in on the crease. Backwards and forwards. And then once I've deposited most of the color, I'm going to do circular motions. And that is just going to blend everything together. So what are your guys' plans? Father's Day weekend is coming up. We are, I started that really high. I have to fix that later. I think we're going to the park. Sam wants to do a picnic with Daddy, which I think is super cute. So I think that's what we're gonna do. It's always sweet when like they get old enough that they care. like Sam. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the orange soda to help blend that out. Sam is super excited about his grandpa's gifts. He loves his grandpa's gift. He helped pick it out. He's so excited. I'm just going to do the same thing over here because it's just like a harsh line, and I really don't want the harsh line. See how I even had to correct? I like holding it back further because you get the more blown out look. I just don't feel like I get as much control sometimes with my brush. Okay, just gonna pick up a little bit of tempera and put it right in there. Buff it back out. I just got a little bit too dark on my inner. There, right there. Okay. Just heard a big crash in his room. And then I'm going to pick up Mulberry, which is this really pretty burgundy shade right here. If you guys don't have this palette, it's replaced Modern Renaissance for me. I used to use Modern Renaissance every day. Now, this guy is like my everyday go-to palette. And I'm just going to buff this in the outer V, giving it on that bottom part, and I'm just going backwards and forwards with it to kind of place the color where I want before I blend it out. So I'm putting Mulberry on my outer V, and then once all the color is off, I'm just going to buff it backwards and forwards, trying to blend that in to our upper transition area. And it's just kind of soft in there, but it makes a difference, and I'll probably end up building it up later. Same thing on this side. Pick up a little bit more. Should I pick up the right color? Sorry, I didn't mean to swipe that in front of the camera. I think the baby may be awake and talking. Miracle of miracles, he's been sleeping through the night the past 4 nights. I want to knock on wood, so I don't want to jinx it. And then just to blend everything together, I'm going to take that big fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to go over it in big circular motions. Don't forget this outer area, otherwise it looks super harsh. And if it goes too low, like over here, it looks like it might be a little too low for me. You can clean that up with foundation, which is why I like doing it first. It's like a great eraser. So next I'm going to take the color Rose Gold right here, and then I'm going to move into the color Glistening, and I'm going to show you. Can you see that? There you go. Those colors, Rose Gold and Glistening. And I'm going to show you how I put those on. I'm sorry about the lighting. I keep trying to fix it, but it looks funny. So I'm going to pick a little bit up on this flat brush, concealer brush. It's a Morphe M421. And try to get close, you can see. I'm going to start by placing Rose Pink, called it Rose Gold. It's Rose Pink on the center of the lid. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that is the baby. Might have to stop and pick this back up in a second. Why is it they always know when you're doing something? It's always when they wake up. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up Glistening. And I'm going to put Glistening right next to where we put Rose Pink. And then I'm going to bring that all the way in on the inner portion of the eye. Do the same thing on the other eye. And if you wanted this really metallic, you could wet this with a setting spray. And if you don't have a setting spray, highly recommend our setting spray. But if you don't have a setting spray, then you can use lens cleaner. I couldn't think of the word. And then to blend that rose pink in, I picked up a little bit more of the mulberry shade. And I'm just going to go right over those edges. So that way you don't lose that deeper crease. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up my flat definer brush. M432. And I'm going to pick up Cypress Umber and Black Noir, and I'm going to line my eyes with this. So instead of using a pencil, I'm just going to use this. You're going to get it as close to the lash line as possible, and you're going to start in the outer section. You're just going to wiggle it back and forth. You see how it creates that line? And then I'm going to slightly angle it up a little to try and create that wing. And then where it's disconnected, and a little bit more powder, I'm going to connect them by just swiping together. So this is a really easy way to get a mock wing without using winged eyeliner. So do you see how that just kind of really pulled it back out there? And then I'm going to press this down and into my lash line. Yeah, there we go. When you turn your head the wrong way, it doesn't really help. And that's the difference of the eyeliner. Now, I like it if it's a little thicker in the center. So I'm going to go back over in the center, but a little bit higher, not as tight to the lash line. And there, that looks a little better. Okay, I'm going to finish this other eye, and then I'll be back with the baby. Go right here. Just mapping it out. And then I'm going to do the angle. You could do the angle first if you wanted. You're just going to drag it in. The trick is to get them to match, which is really hard. Because as you can see, their wings look different. And this one's a little harsher. At least because it's shadow, you can fix it a little. So I'm going to slightly smoke this guy out a little bit by just going backwards and forwards slowly in soft motions, and that'll match them a little bit more. By mixing those two, you're still getting a dark enough shade that it looks like liner, but it's softer, so it's a lot more sultry and pretty. And so those are the eyes from my look, and that is with the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I actually think I'm going to try and bust it all out right now because the foundation is super easy. So I am already primed on my face using our setting spray. And so then I'm going to go in with the Maskcara 30-second hack brush. I'm going to go with the pointy end. And I'm going to pick up the color June. And I'm just going to use that to dot over any of the redness, which I have redness on my cheeks. It just cancels it out. Hold on. Let me try and fix this light real quick. I think it's a little better. Just cancels it out a little bit. And then I put this over any blemishes I have, which I do have a couple. And that just cancels those out. Okay. And then I'm going to take the same brush and pick up the color Aura. I had to think for a minute. And I'm just going to paint it on my face. And by going that way, I'm cutting that and making that not as far down like we were talking about. A little bit goes a long way. You can just swipe it back and forward. A couple more. Pull it down. Put some on my nose. Top of my lip. My chin. Center of my forehead. There we go. Right here. Okay. Then I'm going to take my contour color, which I'm going to use walnut. And I'm going to use the rounded end, just like this. I'm going to find my cheekbone and literally press it in. Oh man, needed to make an order on Instacart today. Didn't get here in time for dinner. I don't think it's going to now. Dang it. And just press it in. Then I'm going to do my hairline. Backwards and forwards. And this is just going to be a slight blending. Poor little guy. And Sam's in there going, Mommy, Mommy, I hear you. Mommy, Mommy. Wrong one. And then I'm going to take the color Hollywood, which is right there. So there we go. Has little flecks of gold in it, so it's like a good dupe for NARS Orgasm. And I'm just going to put it on my cheeks. And it looks really good with the bronzer, which I'm putting on in a second. Super fast. And then I'm going to pick up some of our Bella bronzer, which is sold out right now. It's that good. It's sold out. It's also a super cheap cream bronzer, which cream bronzers are like $50, and this is $14. And I like to start by just patting it in the areas I like to bronze. And then I go in and I do circular motions to buff and blend it together. Anywhere the sun would naturally hit on your face is where you want to apply bronzer. Pick up a little more. Do some on my neck. Drag it down. And that's my face. And then I'm going to pick up my pencil brush. And I am going to smoke out the bottom lash line. I mixed burnt orange and orange soda together. And this has really been my go-to look this year. And then I'm going to use that brush that we used to do glistening and rose pink. I'm going to pick up Fairy, which is the other sparkly color, and do the inner corner and drag it slightly under. I'm sorry for the video quality. I was trying to figure out how to do on my phone for the sideways view, which is what Facebook likes, and I couldn't find it. And then for your eyebrows, using the NYX micro pencil. It's a dupe for the Anastasia brow definer, and I just literally fill in anywhere that's sparse with really short little flicks. Sorry, I'm rushing now because you hear the baby whining and I feel bad. brush it through, make sure I have the right sides. I always get the wrong sides on these. Okay. And then I'm going to use my Tarte eyelash curler. Curl my lashes real quick. And then I'm going in with, there we go. So probably don't have your glasses on, you can't see. There it is. The Monsieur Big Lancome mascara. Are there any other moms out there that can relate when they're doing their makeup that it's like seriously every time something happens? I feel like I always have to get super close to the mirror doing mascara. And the bottom lashes. I used to never do this. And then I discovered like there's a huge difference. Like just look at how awake I look with it on the bottom too. Way more complete. And then I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Lip Contour and Trophy Wife that I got in my Ipsy last month. I've actually really been liking this. It's a really pretty color. I'm going to line my lips. Which I can't talk while I'm doing. And I rub them together to kind of blend them together, but if you notice, I do darker on the outsides and nothing really in the center, and that's to give the illusion of bigger lips. Then I'm going to take Infamous by Bare Minerals. It's their nude lip. And I'm just going to go over that. And that is the finished look. What do you think? Let me know. Have a good one, guys. Bye.